Welcome back. Thank you for staying with the Hot 7 Nightly News. The Public Relations Officer of the Grocery Minibus Association has fired back at the taxi union president on the accusation of special treatment for bus owners. Comments by the president of the St. Lucia Taxi Union with regard to supposed favoritism shown towards minibus operators by government are not sitting well with the PRO of the Grocery Minibus Association, Thomas St. Louis. Lucien, the taxi president, had lamented that while the plight of taxi operators has been largely ignored, minibus owners have received a $1.1 million payout. St. Louis says that is not an accurate picture and counters that even in this instance, with the fuel rebate, minibus owners have received the short end of the stick.
With the taxi president making his statement, what he needs to realize is the 1 point whatever million the government giving to the minibus sector may seem like a lot, but when you break it down, and have to disperse it between 1,000 plus members, the drivers only receive maybe between $700 and $800. And I think it is unfair that we had an agreement for 3 years and for us to just be compensated for 8 months. I think it's really taking the sector for a ride, and I think government should come a little better than that, honestly.
The agreement for the fuel rebate in the sum of $1.1 million was made to offset any possible increase in bus hikes due to high fuel prices. The arrangement between the NCOPT and the government is that whenever fuel prices surpass $12.75 a gallon, there would be a bus fare increase. The fuel rebate was offered in lieu of the increase, given the concerns that a bus fare increase would have on commuters. The Department of Health and Wellness is finally clearing the air on the recent video circulating on social media demonstrating a patient waiting for care in the Accident and Emergency Unit of the Victoria Hospital. More in this report.
It is obvious that although the individual in question may have the wherewithal to support himself economically, the Department of Health and Wellness believes family and friends should make a greater effort to assist with his welfare. Notwithstanding, the Department of Health and Wellness is collaborating with the Department of Human Services in an attempt to secure the necessary amenities to ensure the individual's life and welfare is enhanced. Executive Director of Victoria Hospital, Brenda Calix, provides insight on the matter.
Normally, when we have such cases, the process is to pass it on to our social worker, and she's the one who deals with everything, where we try to find the best place to have that person go to.
The individual, Daniel Charles, spoke on the circulation of the video on social media.
False accusations have been made about the administration or the entire staff of Victoria Hospital, as a matter of fact, for ill-treating me. But I'm telling you one thing. I think you people better stop making those accusations of the Victoria Hospital. And the people with the cameras and whatnot, stop coming and take video clips unknowing to me and putting me in that kind of melange.
The executive director is also appealing to the public to follow the discharge procedures and to pick up their loved ones at the hospital during the festive season.
We have noticed a trend at the hospital where during the festive season, persons leave their loved ones at the hospital after they have been discharged. And it's really not a good practice because they occupy a much needed bed. So for this season, I'm expecting that persons will desist from that practice and please pick up their loved ones when they are discharged.
Calix says during the festive season, the Victoria Hospital will continue to provide health services to the people of St. Lucia. Reporting from the Communications Unit of the Ministry of Health and Wellness, I am Fennel Neptune.
The St. Lucia Fire Service says it remains ready to respond to emergencies during the holiday season. A total of 54 emergency calls were made during the two-day holiday from the 25th to the 26th of December. Speaking with an official from the fire service, he revealed that a noticeable trend has emerged where a higher number of accidents are taking place during the holiday season. Solange Alfred tells us more.
The Christmas season is not without its pitfalls. Over the years, a trend of tragedy has come to be synonymous with Christmas celebrations. The St. Lucia Fire Service, however, is ensuring that it remains on guard during the holiday season to handle all eventualities. Assistant Division Officer of the St. Lucia Fire Service, David Antoine, revealed the extent of the tragedy that struck the island during the two-day holiday.
The St. Lucia Fire Service responded to 54 emergency calls for the 2 days, 25th and 26th of December 2018, including 3 road accidents and 1 suspected derailment.
Antoine insisted that the trend of accidents during the festive season over the years has caused the Fire Service Department to be prepared for an increase in calls and to always be ready to perform.
It has almost been a trend over so many years of being in that kind of business, and we expect these things to happen. So we always prep our staff to put them in readiness for that kind of responses.
One of the road accidents resulted in 2 fatalities over the 2-day holiday break. Reporting for Hot 7 News, I am Solange Alfred.
The Member of Parliament for Castries Central, Sarah Flood-Bobra, is hailing the achievements that have been made in her constituency. In her Christmas message to her constituents, Flood-Bobra spoke highly of the Synergy project, which focuses on personal development, training and employment.
We launched the Synergy project, which focuses on personal development, training and employment. This is a historic project for Castries Central and for St. Lucia, and I thank you for your overwhelming participation in our programs. Your interest, commitment and performance gives me great hope for our success in the future. Hope that together we will tackle the social problems, in particular the crime and violence on our streets.
Flood-Bobra expressed her commitment to addressing the state of the housing sector in Castries Central and says in the new year more attention will be placed on that sector.
As your Member of Parliament, I am very concerned about the poor state of housing which so many families have been enduring. I wish to reassure you that I understand the need for adequate housing, and that even as we continue to focus on job creation in the new year, housing will receive particular attention. I will be sharing my thoughts and plans for improving access to housing in the new year, and I look forward to your continued support and cooperation.
That was MP for Castries Central, Sarah Flood-Bobra. This is the Hot 7 Nightly News. Stay with us. There's more news coming up after the break.